Liquor Cheap Beer, episode 17.
What? Is you motherfucking the episode without me, dog?
Lloyd.
Damn.
Lloyd.
Who is you? What's your name?
My name is Jo Well.
Damn.
And your name is?
Cee Nario Jo. What's good?
Thank you for the
Welcome to another episode of
Good Liquor
Cheap Beer. Damn, this is like high energy, like a motherfucker. Let's go. Hey, whoever is in the chat room with us. Oh, what's up, girl?
We're gonna say what's up in the motherfucking house.
What's up in the motherfucking house? To you in the headphones, to you in your car, to you in your Google HomePod,
to everybody,
wherever you're listening to us. Because why? Because they are most likely listening to us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts,
they can pick their poison.
Slacker, Radio, Breaker, whatever your favorite podcast app is.
I like that.
You can just go to our Instagram, which is Good Liquor Cheap Beer.
That's what I heard.
4 words in one, all together. Good Liquor Cheap Beer. You go to the little link in the bio. Hashtag link in bio.
And you can pick your poison.
Ooh.
The Good Liquor Cheap Beer style. Imagine the Good Liquor Cheap Beer style.
I like it. And what is Good Liquor Cheap Beer?
Very good question. Thank you for asking.
Yes, what is it?
Good Liquor Cheap Beer, what that entails is, just having fun, kicking back. You can have a cheap beer, you can buy an expensive beer, and it's all good either way. Imagine works. Both of them work. There he goes. That is an example.
And today, brother, I'm having a cheap beer by way of the Rocky Mountain Dew, and I get the Coors Light, and it is the cheap beer of the week.
Advertising.
Oh,
no, we have to.
You're right.
Actually, the producer is pissed now. I'm sorry. And
Coors Light.
We actually have real promotions.
I was gonna say we actually got to be careful because we don't want to have any conflict of interest with our true sponsors.
There it is.
Shout out to our real sponsors.
There it is.
You will hear a little word from them later on in the episode.
Yeah, you guys want to notice a little difference in the episodes. Obviously, things are going really well.
Yes,
imagine.
I love it.
Good Liquor Cheap Beer. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. That's all because everyone that's listening
Seriously.
right now. So if you are listening to this right now, thank you.
Yes,
baby
because
Jesus.
honestly, this is the crazy thing.
Thank you.
Is that we do this? This is an outlet for us to express ourselves.
Creativity.
Talk about sports, hip hop, and news. Imagine if you haven't heard.
Yeah.
Imagine, but what it also people that do know us in other aspects that we do is we do music, right? Or we do music.
I do music. It is my
singer,
life. Music's my life.
Songwriter, MC, recording artist.
We do production.
So we really appreciate what I'm trying to get to. Everybody's like, okay, talking yourself up, all that shit. Imagine what I'm trying to get to is that we didn't know that even people were listening. Imagine, we knew people were listening.
We were just feeding our own delusion.
Yeah. But the fact that people were actually listening and we can do ads now and all that is cool. We super appreciate it. And people telling us and messaging us that they like the show. If you like the show, reach out to us. All that stuff. If you want to live through us, hit us up and let us know.
And if you feel like you've gotten some value out of listening to these episodes because it makes you laugh, it makes you think, it gives you some conversation for the water cooler at work, whatever you get out of it, if you truly enjoy it and you truly get value, please do us a favor. Send the link to your favorite person in the world and tell them, this shit makes me feel happy every time I listen to this. This shit makes me laugh till I cry and fart. No, I'm just kidding. I had to hit a new low. I was really trying to appeal to your heart. I was on a roll, and then I had to make it.
You're going so well.
So
derailed.
But in reality, no.
Into awesomeness.
In all sincerity, thank you very much for listening. Please share. So Joel, man, what the fuck are we talking about this week, man?
Well, there are a lot of things on the agenda, and for some, we know the Rams in the Super Bowl. The Rams in the Super Bowl. Okay? So
Rams house.
Before I said what I was going to say,
Rams house.
You have to acknowledge that, right? The Rams in the Super Bowl. It's a big deal. Clearly, Super Bowl. Ever heard about it? Imagine ever heard of it.
Hook 'em.
Everybody knows about it.
Horns up, baby. Horns up.
For some reason, on our agenda, the producer gave us the piece of paper, the notepad. Number 1 on the agenda is Macking.
Why were we talking about Macking? AKA scamming.
AKA scamming.
Hey, why were we talking about that shit?
And then
How did
later,
that fucking come up?
Out of nowhere, Skate Junction was added to the...
Well, it's because when I think of Macking and scamming, I immediately think of Skate Junction days. Or for you, those of you who have no idea what Skate Junction is, because
or what Macking and scamming are
from the West Covina area.
Start out there.
If you had your own local skate joint, if you had your own little skating rink, or movie theater or bowling alley or the mall or wherever your hookup spot was. Hey, back in the day, we used to get down and scam with the hyenas. No, I'm just kidding. No. Hey, but Macking and scamming. Why did we bring that shit up?
Well, I just thought it was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious how somebody said last time, yo, what the kids say or something. And then somebody said, oh, like how they used to say, were they macking? And I was like,
hey, were you guys macking?
God, that shit is hilarious.
I used to get scamming and scamless together when I was really little.
Get them confused?
When I was really little. When I was like in first grade.
Where you would get
I thought scamming and scanless. I was like, scanless.
Scamless.
I thought scam and scam were the same word. I don't know. So I was like, how does scanless? And then I thought it was scandalous, like you cannot scan me. It's actually scandalous. That's scandalous, ass fool.
That's scandalous.
Yeah,
but scandalous.
Hey, but you know what was scandalous is that everybody was talking about it Monday morning about that hit.
Nice transition.
About that hit right before regulation.
Yeah.
At the end of the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
On Sunday.
The one that ended up kind of like. Because of that, I mean, all the events that transpired.
Because of that, they had. Because of that, they had a new football game that anyone could have won.
And what ended up happening?
That the Saints could have won since they had the coin flip and they were on offense first. And if they scored a touchdown, game's over.
What's your take on that, dude?
Well, I hope you can fucking feel it from what I'm saying.
From what you guys, I don't know if everybody actually, I don't know if everybody watched the game, but. The Rams, obviously, this is a big deal because the Rams are in the Super Bowl. We always talk about basketball. Imagine we talk about basketball all the time, but obviously, it's a big deal. Imagine the Rams in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And he's talking about in the game, the Rams defense hit the wide receiver from the Saints late, right?
Right before the end of regulation.
This is the end of the fucking game, right before regulation. And that ended up changing the outcome of the game.
Well, see, that's the thing. He got hit, and the guy even said it. He's like, hey, I just thought he was going to catch it. I saw his hands reach up.
Yeah.
He was going to catch the ball, so I didn't think I had a chance to catch the ball, so I was just like going for the contact.
Yeah.
And then when I heard the reaction from the crowd, I thought, damn, it's a flag. And then the ref even told me, no, there was a little bit of a tip. It's all good. And then I was like, yeah. So he's like, oh, it could have been, but they didn't call it that way. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, they were still down. The Saints were still up by 3 after that.
Yeah,
however, yes, if that hadn't happened, they could have run out the clock and won the game.
They would have. That's exactly what would have happened. They would have had a whole new set of
possession. Well, not by default, but if it was called a PI, not by default, but just like it's because of the potential PI.
If they would have called that, I mean, that's what would have happened. Right. So, I mean, do you think that was a hit, like a legit hit, or do you think they should have thrown the flag?
I think that everyone that loses usually gets pissed. I think that there's always blown calls in sports, and I think that I've been on the losing.
Just dropping the sounds on here. That's not us doing it. That's a freaking soundboard.
There we go.
Right, go ahead.
There we go. Hey, yeah, but I've been on the losing end. I've been on the one where the team got screwed, and this time my fucking Rams are in the Super Bowl.
So you're biased.
Woo!
Imagine, newsflash. Imagine you're biased. I'm just kidding. I wear a fucking Dodgers scarf and a Rams hat.
Could it have easily been called a PI? Of course.
Dude, I was surprised they didn't call that, man. Yeah. Nowadays, in the modern NFL, how did they not call that? Like, I remember watching it and going like, oh, that's gonna be a foul. They're gonna throw the flag. This is gonna get addressed.
I'm glad they didn't.
Nothing happened, and I was like, holy shit. Imagine but when those things happen, that's when you have people say that there is something fishy going on. You know, do you think that they did that on purpose to kind of steam? Dude, because then the next thing after when the Rams won the game, the next thing I thought was, man, how amazing that shit would be to have an LA versus Boston fucking Super Bowl. I was like, yo, that'd be fucking dope.
Back to back in the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
And in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Like Red Sox Dodgers. And now it's time for LA. Now it's time for Los Angeles.
Whoa!
Now it's time for Los Angeles to get their motherfucking revenge. And this is the thing. Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
So, wait, what was your question? No. What was your question? What was your question? Did you have a question that I just ignored right now?
No.
Okay. So here's the thing, right?
I ignored your question.
One thing. We had a question in the chat room actually that was, are they really going to do a replay? So I don't know if you saw this, but one of the I think it was the guy that got hit. from the Saints.
That's a good point.
Or it may have been another person, but he was tweeting. He was tweeting to Roger Goodell. He was like basically saying Article 5 and blah blah blah. Like this is the code of the NFL players handbook that like I guess or whatever. That the commissioner basically has authority. It's just all this like legalese, all this like legal legalities, whatever. And it's like, but basically what it's saying in layman's terms is that the commissioner could do something if something crazy happened, and this is something crazy where the commissioner could do something, aka replay the game. So that's why we got a question in there from Miss L. Cruz in the chat room, and she was asking, are they really gonna replay the game? And I honestly, unless something news happened in the last day, I didn't know that they were actually going to. I think that that's like a foregone conclusion that there's no fucking way they're going to do anything. They're not going to do anything.
You didn't even know that was on the table.
Yeah, I didn't even think that was on the table. So if it is, forgive me for not knowing. But I don't think. I mean, there's no way.
In the history of sports, in the history of sports, and like the history of the sports that I've seen in the past couple of years, the past few decades and whatnot, like it's just like I've never seen them go back on a call.
Well, no,
they're very stubborn, like because then you go back on the whole structure of what the fuck are we doing here? Then if we're going back on decisions,
exactly,
like so we're supposed to stand there. It takes away the credibility of the
sport,
of the officials, the sport, everything. So because it's like, oh, let's go back and fix it because now we don't like what happened. It's like
in the name of sportsmanship.
But you know what I tend to see? I don't know if it's like this in football so much, but I always talk about this shit. And if you guys don't know, you guys can go listen to the old episodes on like Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. But I feel like in baseball, they're like more stubborn about it. It's
for sure.
Like,
super traditionalist.
If they know they're wrong, it's like, sorry, made the call, it stands. And well, I know that. I get that because we just talked about that. Like if you made the call, it stands. But they were so hesitant to go to the replay, all that stuff. That was also too with the speed of the game. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's that's a trip.
So you saw it. What do you think? So what's your call?
As far as
on that play, like should it have been a PI? Did you just assume the Rams were going to lose? Like what did you think was supposed to happen?
Dude, I thought that was a PI. I thought that was a PI, and the only reason I could say that because this is, dude, I really sit down and I go, damn. Would I have been able to admitted that if it was a Laker game? And like,
so here's the thing. That. You know what? You're right. It's not even about is it a PI. No, it's not about is it a PI. Here's the real question: is it really a travesty? Do you think? To you, is this such a big fucking deal? Is this such a travesty? Like, does this put a scar on the face of the NFL?
No, hell no.
Is this like a big deal?
Man, no. No, hell, I reckon you get your ass kicked.
Hell, you always knew we were going to say something like that. That's funny.
Yeah, dude, no. Hell no, I don't think it's like,
right. After there's all these players beating their wives and beating their spouses and doing all these things. Like, now there's going to be a scar on the face of the NFL? Yeah, right.
Fucking bad calls forever. Man. So it's like, why would, I don't know, I guess the gravity of the situation, right? Because it was Super Bowl, like, there on the line.
It was a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, man, like
imagine if you could have finished it, you would have finished in regulation.
Look, okay, yes, okay, that's back to my point. Just to put a little bow on it.
Just throw some energy in it.
Hey,
some energy, some spice.
I'm sorry, I was trying to repost this motherfucker on Facebook. Real quick. Hey, check it out. Yes, real motherfucking shit. We're gonna get back on top.
Yes,
this is what the fuck I was talking about. You could cry and whine all the fucking day about it was a BI. There's always going to be fucking horrible calls in sports. That's my fucking point. I'm usually on the losing side of it. I had to cry when the Dodgers got robbed of a bunch of shit because shit's not getting called the right way.
There we go.
Anyway, and there's a bunch of memes that came up right after of people of the fucking Saints players doing shit like flying and kicking this other fool in the helmet. Some fool on Twitter said, "This is what Miguel did to old girl." Do you remember when Miguel flew off of the stage and kicked that girl in the face?
Hogan leg drop?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember
some dude did a leg drop.
That was great. It was one of the best finishers of all time.
He pulled an Adonican Sue. He fucking smashed the fool in the fucking helmet.
One of the best finishers ever in a concert. Top 5 finisher ever.
So at the end of the day, look, that did not cause the Rams to win right away. The Rams still had to get on the offense, and the Saints still had to get their defense on the field, and they could not prevent the Rams' drive. And the Rams drove down the field, hit a field goal to go into OT. Then it's a brand new fucking game. And the Saints won the fucking coin toss. I thought it was over. I was like, dude, Drew Brees is going to get down there and go. They started marching in, and Drew Brees was doing his thing, and they were getting down there. I was like, fuck, interception. Rams take that shit. Offense takes over. We get downfield, hit the field goal. We win. Rams win. Boom. There was a whole chance the offense was on the field. The offense did not perform. They threw in a pick. Then the defense had a chance to stop the game. They didn't do it. So, yeah, dude, it wasn't like the hit was the last thing. That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't. Well, imagine
so,
it was.
Get over it.
It wasn't the last thing, but dude, imagine. I guess I could. What was the last time the Chiefs were in the fucking Super Bowl?
Dude, the Chiefs. I really wanted them to cheat their way in there.
Let's ask Siri. Let's ask Siri on the fucking line.
The Chiefs were last in the Super Bowl. I don't know because mine's British.
When was the last year the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl?
Oh, you should be asking her.
Okay. I found something on the web for when was the last year the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl.
Chiefin'.
Let's chief it up real quick.
Let's take a look. Is yours British too?
Yo,
mine's Australian actually.
I was trying to make her Australian, but it took too long to download the thing.
Oh no.
Let's see. Chiefs versus Packers was in Super Bowl I. Very interesting. Oh, we're learning a lot here, people.
Super Bowl.
Very, very
I'm a smoker. Schmooky. You want a schmooky?
So Siri did not give me the exact answer.
But yeah,
she gave me options.
I think it's been a long ass time. I remember hearing about that.
She gave me options.
But dude, I really thought that I was like, it would be cool. I thought it'd be cool to see Andy Reid back in the Super Bowl. He's a California native.
And Bernard needs to get to the Super Bowl.
And because the Chiefs and the Rams were like the two best like teams at first. Like, that were just killing shit. Yeah. And so I was like, fuck yeah, they're going to meet in the Super Bowl. I thought that was dope. I thought alternatively, because the Chargers started tearing shit up towards the end of the season, I was like, damn, we may actually have an all-LA Super Bowl. And that would be fucking dope.
That was almost a possibility.
Chargers versus Rams. Super Bowl. But Patriots and Tom Brady, as always, put their motherfucking foot on the gas pedal and just mauled over them. They had no chance. Rivers was trying to work.
Crazy, huh, man?
Rivers was trying to work
continuously every fucking year, just killing it in the fucking playoffs. They just do work.
And they did the same thing to the Chiefs. They were just smashing on them.
Yep.
Dude, so here's the thing. Just to wrap a little bow on it, and you can talk about it more if you want, but I'm going to talk about this topic after this. It's time for revenge in two ways.
Uh-oh. Get revenge for the Dodgers, number one, right?
Number one, or number 1A.
Okay. I like adding letters to it.
When did the Brady-Belichick era begin?
Against the other
2001,
Rams, right?
Against the Rams.
That's right.
In the Super Bowl, the heavily favored Rams.
That's right. That was the beginning of
the Rams
the Brady era.
Helped the Brady-Belichick era start, and now the Rams need to shut the fucking door.
How poetic.
It's time to send Brady packing.
Fuck irony. That's poetic.
No, yes. That is poetic.
Amazing.
That's what it is. It's time. The first time the LA Rams are in the Super Bowl in my lifetime.
That is your prediction.
Rams, baby.
I'm with it. I like it. Clearly.
Shout out Sean McVay, who turned 33 today.
Oh, shit.
Youngest motherfucking coach to ever. Happy birthday, Coach McVay of the LA Rams, who just turned 33 years old. He is a year and a half younger than me.
I thought you were going to say another McVay.
Timothy McVay?
Yeah, I was
like, that guy's been gone.
Oh, man.
And Jared Goff, a.k.a. Who's the actor from Drive? I always want to call him Ryan Phillippe, but it's not Ryan Phillippe.
It is...
From The Notebook.
Just kidding.
The guy from The Notebook.
Wait, no, I don't think that's the same guy.
Yes. Guy from The Notebook. Who's he?
That's not...
Whatever. That guy.
No, it's Ryan Phillippe, the one you're talking about.
No, it's not.
What's the
guy from The Notebook?
Go, you say.
Guy from it's a Drive.
Oh, Drive. Yeah. Ryan Gosling. Yeah.
Ryan Gosling, aka Goff.
Go. No. That was another movie.
Hey,
Crash.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie too. It's a good movie too. But dude, Pats and Chiefs. So what's your prediction for the Super Bowl? What do you think's gonna happen, man?
I told you I'm with it, man. I like it. I like the Rams prediction.
I love it. I think it's gonna be a fucking tooth and nail game.
I think it'd be nice. Imagine. I think it'd be fucking nice.
The Rams are stacked, bro.
If we can take this, man. I know that, like, for sure, dude. I started. Imagine, for the fucking record, by the way, I started wearing like Rams gear and all this shit like before last season.
Yeah.
Before last season. Not this season when we were like made it to the Super Bowl, before last season when we broke through.
Yeah.
Imagine when we finally broke through. That was so great because like, oh shit, all the gear I bought, super even more proud to rock it. Even though I was gonna rock it anyways. Imagine I love LA teams. Except the Clippers. I got love for you, but I don't like the fans. Imagine it's like what?
I like the fans.
So what we were talking about was I do think that the Rams are gonna take it. I hope they take it. And if they don't, though, imagine it's all like realistic. If they don't, though, dude, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not gonna be surprised, dude. Like the fucking Patriots always find a way to win.
Someone's gonna close the door.
This one feels different, though.
Yeah,
I will tell you that, and I hope it's not just because I'm in LA. It just feels fucking different.
And if anyone gets to go out on their terms,
there's a lot of new names
on their own terms.
A lot of youth.
I would agree that Brady and Belichick would be the ones to do it. So,
Donick and Sue.
Fuck them, just kidding. No, but and then that's the other thing, dude. The Saints and the Chiefs, they didn't fit the narrative for the NFL. So, I mean, if you want to be real about the calls and all that shit,
So
hey, man.
The calls went for the Rams.
Of course.
Or the calls didn't.
Any sport.
They didn't call for them.
Any sport, man. We're plugged into the Matrix, baby. Anyway, moving on to the next topic.
No control at all.
Excuse me. Burps.
Uh-oh.
You know who hasn't had control of an injured player? It's been LeBron because he's on my fantasy team. I know. I hate it. And we're going to keep talking about that in just a few minutes. We're going to take a break right now real quick just to give a little shout-out to
I heard that Boogie's back too, right?
Boogie's back.
Boogie's back.
The Boogie back.
Got hurt. Harden dropped 62. We'll be back, though. We'll talk
it's
about
been a football
stuff.
first half, and now we're going to get into basketball
we got
in the
going
hoops.
on. We have to take some breaks.
Stay tuned in.
We have to pay some bills.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we stopped recording, right?
Yeah.
So this is the behind the scenes for the people tuned into the live. You were not going to hear this on the actual podcast, but we're just letting you know. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate the comments and the questions.
The producer's like, yes!
Yes!
Yes! You guys are doing it! We're
Once
on
again,
it.
that's at GoodLiquorCheapBeer.
Yeah.
We're on there. We're live. We're going to shut down the live on the Instagram for a little bit because it's got a limit on there. So we're going to shut it down, come back up. So rejoin us, please, in just a moment. And, yeah, man. Let's take a little schmooky break.
Take a little break and then come back with us.
All right, guys.
Y'all already know.
Peace. Y'all already knows what it is for sure. Y'all already knows what it is. What it is. Y'all already knows what it is for sure. Y'all already knows what it is. What it is. Dude, we're making good time. We're still live on the Facebook actually, but because we're only 22 minutes in and that one doesn't have a limit. Damn.
We're making really good time, huh?
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's going to be a nice, upbeat, quick, entertaining podcast. For those of you guys that are behind the scenes right now, watching the replay on YouTube or on Facebook, do a little hashtag right now in the comments, hashtag replay, so that we know that you joined us on the replay. And so just thank you very much. Click that little share button if you thought this was funny, entertaining, you got some value from it, and share it with your family and friends, man. Yeah, man. What happened? What are we doing?
I'm just blending the ones because it stopped.
Oh, sucks.
Oh, no, but it's...
See.
That's why I'm on. That's why I like standing here. It's like I caught it, like, super quick.
Bum, 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 bum. You know that we getting down. You know that we getting down. Oh, you know that we getting down. You know that we getting down. I don't know, these people right now that are, you could fast forward to like probably 30 seconds more into the video because we're still live.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, we're going to pause some music. I'll put on some music for some people.
Cool. We're good. Let's just come back.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We live on Instagram. We coming in live on Instagram. We back on Facebook still. Whenever you're ready. Let me know. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do-do-do-do-do. We got some chili. Chile, chile, chile. Chile, chile, chile. Chile, chile, chile. Let me know whenever and I can turn off the music. Let me know whenever you ready, man.
Oh, I'm ready.
Music.
Yeah, I'm ready. yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, we're live.
You ready? Okay, I think we're back up in this motherfucker.
Who
This is
back?
Good liquor.
Oh man, thank you guys for still staying tuned in. We appreciate the little work
Yeah,
from the
yeah.
sponsors.
That's right.
Yeah, man. Once again, this is Good Liquor Cheap Beer. This is episode 17.
All up in that motherfucking ass. My name is Joe Well.
My name is Cee Nario Jo, and thank you so much
Yes,
for tuning in.
We really appreciate that. Hopefully you took a little break and you came back and you were ready to go over some things, because I heard that LeBron is not back and that Cee Nario is pissed. Imagine.
I'm pretty pissed,
He's pretty mad.
I'm pretty pissed. And I just wanted to say real quick, because, you know, there's been a lot of speculation and hullabaloo.
Let me start getting into this.
Yeah, there's been a lot of speculation and hullabaloo and little rumors and things that I've been hearing out there, because this happened on December 25th, which was Christmas game against the Warriors. We just had another game against the Warriors. Got our asses handed to us just like we handed it to them on Christmas Day.
Is that right?
And it looks like they're at full strength, and we're playing with the JV team. And because LeBron went down, Rondo's been down, now Lonzo's down. And
sheesh, man,
yeah, man.
hell?
Yeah, this was not.
Dude, I didn't even realize that LeBron was still out for that long.
Yeah, it's been a month.
It was supposed to be like 3 games.
Well, that's actually what they've been talking about. They've been talking about how the fact that the Lakers at first were just like, oh well, about over the last